Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Murder of popular pharmacy operator sent shockwaves through Linstead. A popular Linstead St. Catherine pharmacy operator who was shot and injured on Saturday succumbed to his injuries in hospital on Sunday. The attack and subsequent killing of 47-year-old Desmond White from Jericho district in the parish has sent shockwaves through the Linstead community. The police said they have not yet established a motive for the attack, neither identified any suspects. The Linstead police had reported that around 7:30 p.m., White was driving a grey Honda Fit motor car along the Jericho main road. Upon reaching the vicinity of the Jericho Bridge, he was pounced upon by a gunman who opened gunfire, hitting him multiple times. The police were summoned and White was taken to the Linstead Hospital, where he was admitted in serious condition. He succumbed to his injuries about 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. White operated the Your Choice Family Pharmacy in Linstead. Thief uses tiny object to break into motor vehicle in St. Anne. Local authorities have launched a search for a criminal who broke into a motor vehicle on Hillcrest Avenue in St. Andrew and stole several valuable items. The incident, which is not unique and was captured on video, has also highlighted the ease with which criminals can break into motor vehicles and why it is important for motorists not to leave valuable items on their car seat to attract the eyes of criminal elements. In the video, the man is seen using a tiny object to hit the car glass, and a few minutes later is seen walking away with a bag. The incident left several social media users in shock and asking questions about the object that was used by the criminal. This just shows why it is important not to leave valuables hanging around in the vehicle, stated one person. Another wrote that object that he used was very small, and was it before the quality of the video that the object was not fully seen? Residents in the area are calling on social media users to call the police if the man on the video was seen. Bus conductor accused of stealing cellophones charged. A bus conductor was charged with burglary and larceny following an incident on East Street in Old Harbour, St. Catherine on May 31. Charged is 37-year-old Shane Heron of North Street, also in Old Harbour in the parish. Reports are that about 3:20 a.m., Heron plied a window to a woman's house, entered and stole 2 cellular phones. The woman was awoken by sound inside her room and saw Heron. She made an alarm, however he ran. The woman went to the police station later that morning to make an official report when she saw Heron, who was arrested for another breach. She pointed him out to the police. Heron was searched and the woman's cellular phones were found on him. He was subsequently arrested and charged after he gave a caution statement. Blame the politicians. The Prime Minister is a member of Parliament for his beloved Olympic Gardens community, yet Pastor Renard White holds little regard for Andrew Holness and those who sit with him in Garden House. They and their predecessors are at the root of Jamaica's woes, he believes. He does, however, respect their offices, which in a democracy brings structure, leadership and hope. But the head of the Tower Hill Missionary Church in West Central St. Andrew says that until politicians come to terms with their follies, Jamaica can expect none of the above. At 75, his silver hair and slow guards betrayed his wealth of service to Jamaica. Pastor White has been a leader of the Youth Fellowship of the Eastern District of Missionary Church and served in its various committees and leadership. He also has served as president of the Jamaica Evangelistic Association and chairman of the now-defunct Peace Management Initiative (PMI). But as his decades-long tenure as head of the church draws to a close, Pastor White reflected on his cherished Olympic Way community in an interview with reporters last week, visibly hurt by the oppressive violence that continues. He strongly believes that unless something drastic is done, political tribunalists and institutionalized violence will forever hold the community and its environs hostage. Even a 50-year-old Andrew Holness may be too young to fully grasp the magnitude of this predicament, what caused it, and how to change it, he posited. I have lived here since 1955. We were in one of the new sets of houses in the community Pastor White shared, his head reclined with eyes closed in reflection as he spoke. By the time it got to the late 70s and 80s, largely under Norman Manley's and Edward Seaga's government, they institutionalized violence in the interest of political parties, he fumed, as he cast blame for the gun and gang violence that still plagues Olympic Gardens today. So when the Prime Minister says He wants to take out the guns of the community. I say, hey, isn't it you that politicians who brought them in? The political system, the guys in parliament, with their jacket and tie, they were the ones who weaponized this community, passed a white charge, listing several other similarities, troubled Erod island-wide. I don't respect them, only their offices. They are to be blamed because of those seeds that they planted. You have to understand that the Bible says, whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap, and you reap what you sow later than you sow it, and much more than you sow. So this gun and murder thing in Jamaica won't stop anytime soon. Today, the Tower Hill Missionary Church and its neighboring basic school are surrounded by perimeter fences with padlock that remained locked throughout the day. Pastor White recalls days of sheltering Sunday school students as armed men trek across the churchyard in enemy territories. The same occurs today as schools such as nearby Balcombe Drive Primary often have to close their gates due to gun violence that continues to wreak havoc in the area. 20 years ago, arson for political support was common, and illegal guns were a rite of passage for gangsters into political circles. Today, while the guns may not be directly supplied by politicians, the destructive mindset and gun culture prevail. Pastor White shares the view posited by socialists that Jamaica is now gripped in the chokehold of crime because it cultivated a generation who developed a love affair with the gun, which became the legacy passed on to subsequent generations. The genesis of garrison politics decades ago created the crime monster that has become out of control today, terrorizing every corner of the nation, leading to 409 murders and 336 shootings so far this year. The St. Andrew Central Police Division accounted for 14 of those murders and 17 of those shootings. Sadly, many of the gangsters killed in the ongoing gang warfare end up having their funerals at Pastor White's church for free, as their loved ones cannot afford to pay for it. Some are sent to prison, ironically, sometimes by the descendants of the politicians for whom their parents were enforcers. It's a disgrace, he argued, noting that the current debate over Jamaica becoming a republic is only a distraction. There are far more important things to focus on that will lead to the betterment of Jamaica, he said. A lot of the setbacks of the former years have not been sorted, Pastor White declared. Pastor White believes the government recently announced hefty salary increase among its ranks is another run of manipulation. There is no other way to look at it, he reasoned, noting that the pronouncement for the government's strong-armed teachers, police, nurses, and other civil servants into signing the new wage deal. In some cases, it was akin to threat, he said. Then afterwards, someone comes up and say, here is some money that we found, and we are going to dole it within our political ranks. That is wrong, the churchman charged. There is a lot of hurt, there is a lot of anger, and people are suffering across the island. Some people have it very rough. I don't think a lot of us understand how rough it is for them.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.